Hey, this is This, That, and the Third, where three friends discuss random topics that come out of this box. So let's see what we're going to talk about this week.
Oh.
How is beauty defined in today's society, and how does that pressure people to live up to those standards? So we're talking about beauty today.
That's a long one. I feel
Yeah.
like I need, how is beauty defined in today's society? So that's the first one. And how does that pressure people to live up to those standards? So as far as how beauty is defined today, I feel like social media
That's what I was gonna say. Social
Easily,
media.
yeah.
plays a lot on it. Like, and right now, and I think, like, as far as beauty standards, it depends on, like, I guess, like, who's really popular, who's really famous at the time.
It's true.
Right?
I mean, if we're talking about westernized beauty culture.
Oh, that's true. But then again, I feel like because social media is makes such a bigger impact from what the Western world, I feel like it reaches a lot more people globally.
It
you know,
does.
than other cultures,
That's
doesn't
true.
it? Like, you would say, like, the Kardashians or whatever are probably pretty known worldwide. Like,
And a lot
Yeah.
of people look like them.
yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. So even if you're from, I don't know, like Russia, like, I'm sure there's some Russians that, like, want to look like Kim Kardashian or look like,
That's true.
you know, like they want to emulate, like, her outfits and stuff.
That's true. It is like the whole, I mean, especially right now, it's like the big eyes, small nose, big lips, high cheekbone situation, and
Huge
everybody
butts.
has that.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Tiny
butts.
waist,
Oh, that's
but
true.
huge.
I think the butt thing is bigger now because I specifically remember I was asking I don't remember who I was asking about it, but do you guys remember that song by Nelly that's like is it Ride With Me? That it was like her measurements are 36, 25, 34.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, 34 is a small fucking ass because
Yeah.
I
Is it?
have no ass and I'm a 36. Like my
Oh.
hips are 36 and I have zero ass. So 30, and then that would mean that her whoever it is that Nelly is referencing, her waist is smaller measurements than her breasts, than her chest, because
Well, yeah.
36, 25, 34. So, like, it's somebody's really busty, so
Yeah, it used to be boobs.
It used to be boobs then, right?
That wasn't a thing for a really long time. Like, I don't remember, like, anyone in school at least when I was in middle school, like, saying anything about
big butts.
butts. Yeah, it was a boob thing, and then
Right.
it changed. Like 2008, 2009, I think that's when butts became like a big thing.
What do you
I
think
think so,
brought it
too.
on? Do you think is it the
I
Kardashian
think
I
thing?
think it's
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer
No,
Lopez?
I don't think so, because she was big when
yeah.
we were in middle school, and ass still wasn't. She had a nice body, and her ass was mentioned, but nobody was still that obsessed with ass and going out of their way to get implants to have
That's
their butts
true.
look like Jennifer
That's
Lopez.
true,
But I
I
do
feel like-
remember people in high school getting boob implants, though.
Yeah,
Right.
A lot.
But I feel like Jennifer Lopez opened the door. Like, it's okay to be curvy. I'm curvy and I like it,
It's true.
and let's do this
I'm
now.
sure she definitely helped
I think she
influence.
contributed to her. I don't
Yeah.
think she was the one though.
Who do you
No.
who do you think is, like, what do you think made it, like, really pop, like, really made it really explode, that it's all
Oh
about
my
that
god,
ass?
I can't even think about the person right now. I'm trying to think of the name.
Is it a musician?
I think she was, yeah.
Oh, I don't even, I actually have no idea.
I honestly, like, she's black though.
Khalees?
No.
Because I was thinking, my milkshake.
No one thinks
My
about Khalees.
milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're
How
like,
do you know
it's
her
better than
milkshake's her
yours.
ass?
I feel like, what else would milkshake? Oh, I guess
Her
her
boobs, the
give
milk.
Oh, that's
I
true.
didn't even know it was
And
a
she's
body
shaking
part.
them in the video like this.
Oh,
Like my
okay.
milkshakes.
Okay, fine. Well,
Didn't know that.
oh, about Khalees?
No, I didn't think it was a body part that she was referring to. So
You
Oh,
thought
I
it
thought
was
it was. I don't know.
her actual, like
Maybe
an
her-
actual
maybe her
milkshake?
personality.
no, I thought it was
Her
like
personality,
an action that
or
she
like,
Oh.
does. I didn't know it was
Maybe. Actually, I
body
stated
part.
as boobs as fact, but
maybe
it's
it's
not.
her.
I have no
maybe
idea.
it's her moves. Her milkshake moves brings
Maybe.
all the boys to
I
the
think
yard.
so. I mean, they came,
That's true. They did come.
but that had nothing to do with ass.
Yeah, I mean, I think that definitely, maybe, here's the other thing too, is I feel like even though social media has been around for a while, I feel like it didn't explode until after MySpace days.
Oh no, after Instagram, I think it got.
Yeah, Instagram definitely was
Facebook
a huge.
didn't even.
Yeah, because I remember like even when it, when like I remember that MySpace was really the first social media platform that I was very aware of, or that was very big, I guess. And even then, it wasn't really. There wasn't that much you could do with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you could only post so many things. Like it doesn't like Instagram definitely help blow it up, and I think like more celebrities and everything like participated when it came to Instagram as opposed to like MySpace. I don't remember that there being that many celebrity MySpaces.
Right.
There wasn't.
I mean, in that case, then I think Twitter.
Oh, Twitter for
too.
sure.
Twitter was the
That's
first
true.
The
one.
first celebrity.
That's true.
Yeah, where,
yeah.
where you could actually talk to celebrities like.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
One-on-one,
Like,
like,
I
it
remember
felt like-
Kim Kardashian was paid like a lot of money, I think, to start using Twitter. From what I
Really?
remember.
I
From
didn't.
what I remember, and
I
then it
didn't know
became
that.
big with amongst like what Ellen was on Twitter, a couple other celebrities, and then the following they started like Twitter started the
following thing, and then Instagram copied it.
Instagram took a little bit from
From
Twitter,
Facebook.
and just made it all in one.
Yeah,
and
but all about pictures.
All about the pictures.
But that's another thing that helped with the beauty standards, or not helped, but like helped determine beauty standards, because the fact that it's so much more focused now. Like before, it was all about like statuses, like when it came to like Facebook or MySpace. But hey Diane,
Hi Diane, you want to join?
you want to talk about beauty standards with us?
I think I can fit.
I can make room.
I was gonna say, like, I think that helped with contribute to the fact that it's now pictures. It's all about like appearance, what you look like in the picture, whereas before it was kind of like what you were saying. It's less about that now and more about like what you look like, I think, when it comes to things like Instagram.
Yeah. Did you hear? I don't even know if this might be off topic, but everybody's like mad at Jamila Al-Jamil
Why?
because she stated something about how airbrushing and photo editing should be illegal.
Oh.
She's like, we shouldn't have it. It shouldn't exist. Like it gives false
Advertising?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
well,
false
it shouldn't be
advertising.
fucking
But
illegal.
I was gonna say, but
right,
yeah.
she said it should be, I mean, maybe it was an exaggeration, obviously, but she said it should be illegal, and everybody came back at. Do you know who we're talking about?
Nope, but it
Oh,
shouldn't be
she's-
illegal.
She's
so.
beautiful, but the
Some of us
backlash
don't
that
have
she
that
got.
fucking luxury.
That's what everybody's saying. Like they were like, well, it's easy to say that when you look like you do.
And the other thing too is that I think that there's a lot of expression in makeup too. Like even if it's not necessarily that you're just uncomfortable in your own skin that you want to wear makeup. Like there's a lot of like I think it's a form of art in itself. Like
Right.
I mean there's another thing. It's not just making yourself beautiful or like toning your skin kind of makeup. There's like makeup that's like Halloween makeup, or like there's makeup that's meant to be for like to give like special effects on film. Like
Right.
it's not just that. And then there's like like couture and like
but that's
But touching
obvious.
things up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say.
But then again, like no, like there are kids that take their high school pictures and they have acne and they touch up the picture so they're not remembered. Like I'm fine
Yeah.
with it. I don't think
That's
Photoshop's a
true.
problem until you like alter what someone completely looks like and you're passing it off as this is what you look like, and then you see them in person and you're like, oh, you have a wavy arm.
yeah.
Interesting.
When
Photoshop.
it's like the Facetune thing.
In Photoshop.
Oh.
Like where it's like they try
Oh.
to like wasn't it like Beyonce that got caught a bunch of times doing
I
that?
fucking Facetuned all the time. Like
Yeah, but like hers was like really bad. Like wasn't it like there
The
were
stairs.
the stair? Yeah, that's what it was. I think, right?
I
Like,
think
don't
so.
remember.
there
don't
was like I
remember.
remember I was reading like a Snapchat article on it that it was like I don't know, like it was really really obvious. And I think like there's some magazines that talk about like how there's like somebody with 3 arms on
Yeah, the
accident.
messed up.
Yeah. So I mean I get that, I guess, but it's just like if it helps your like if you're just an everyday person and it helps your confidence, like what you were saying about like if it's for your skin and you're trying to do everything you can, like you're on fucking what is it, something cane?
What?
Accutane? Accutane.
I
Accutane.
was
Cutie-
on Accutane.
Cutie cane. Accutane.
Cutie cane. It should be called
Yeah.
that.
Accutane or whatever. Like, I mean, even then, sometimes like if you're doing that, or if it's something that you can't do, and then you don't like, and you don't like having acne, and it makes you feel really bad about yourself, like why would you now be forced to take your pictures with that?
I know what she said was outrageous. It's just, that's why I was like, this is probably off topic, but she said that it should be illegal, like banished, like not allowed to exist anymore, and people are like upset at her about it.
Yikes.
No, yeah, I don't think that's that big of a deal. I don't think it should be fucking illegal.
And I think that it's something that's makeup and like trying to be beautiful or trying to look better than maybe how you look naturally has been around like since fucking the ancient Egyptians. I mean, right? Like with eyeliner and I don't even know what else
like,
they did.
What is it? What's her name? It's Queen Elizabeth. It's one of the Elizabeths that had lead poisoning because you put the, back in those days where you put lead on your face because it was good to be white, like
oh, I remember that's good to
like
be white,
paper white.
Yeah.
So they were poisoning themselves, and then she, like, what happened? Like her skin was gross, but then it makes you put more makeup on to cover up the grossness, but then that's just more poison.
I didn't know that she had lead poisoning. I definitely did not know that. The other thing too was,
did she have something else?
No, I didn't know she got lead poisoning off of it. That's what I mean. I just didn't know that she had any kind of disease off of it. But
are we talking about the same one?
I have no idea.
The one with the orange hair.
Yes, Queen Elizabeth I. But I'm saying that I never knew she got sick.
Oh,
she got sick. I didn't even know that. Like, is what I'm saying.
Something was wrong.
I didn't know that. But I mean, I do remember, like, and they would wear those wigs, the white wigs and all that. Like, the men would wear those white curled like wigs, you know?
Right. And then there was a lice outbreak.
Why do you know so much about
you know, I'm not sure where I got that.
That were wrong with people back then.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where that information came from.
Yeah, I mean, I think that for so long as there are people to look up to, as long as there's icons, because like what you were saying, like Queen Elizabeth, right? Like everybody thought royalty, I mean, or even still, everybody thinks royalty is like something to be emulated. You want to be like them. Like, look at how many people like try to keep up with like Kate Middleton and like Meghan Markle and stuff. So so long as there's been people to emulate and to treat as icons, I think that there's been that pressure to look a certain way. I mean, I think we were talking about it before, like foot binding.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's part of the pressure.
Tiny feet.
Yeah, and then it's just, I mean, I don't even know how that started.
That's true.
I mean, that's definitely like pretty up there as far as.
I think I do know.
Okay, go ahead.
But I think I might be making it up halfway also. Just like they saw that there were women that came with tiny feet, and they were like, "Oh, I want tiny feet," and then they just.
Who's the women that
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I was about to lie, and then I figured I shouldn't.
Well, yeah, don't lie.
Well,
why do you feel the pressure to lie? Do you want to look good on camera?
Yeah.
You want to look smart?
Me too. I want to look educated.
No, I was gonna say one of them is definitely foot binding. That's pretty far going as far as like feeling pressure to look a certain way, or the rings, the neck rings.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one because have you seen that, Vanessa? Like
we talked about it.
Yeah, and then if they take them off now, their heads will fall off.
Right. Or
because their necks can't support it. They're used to the rings.
Right. Or what about like the piercing, like the big piercing in their lip?
That goes all the way like this?
Yeah.
And it looks like a big round. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
That I don't know where that came from. So I think you're right. I think it will always come from who is the either most famous or like royalty. Because wasn't there also like the king or the ruler or the president of something of Spain, and that's why they all have a lisp now?
Yeah, it's the king.
The king of Spain.
I didn't know that.
Right? Yeah, the king of Spain had a lisp when he spoke Spanish or something. So now everybody there speaks with a lisp.
On purpose?
On purpose.
I did not know that. There's so many interesting facts that I didn't know about beauty standards.
Well, I guess that's not beauty,
but that's still, it's part of it. That's what makes them want to copy, right? Like they think like they want to be more like them, you know? I do get that. Like, it's like, I mean, think about what you were saying too about having the pale skin that they would do the lead poisoning thing. Now everybody's all about that tan, you know?
That's true.
You know, I think it just, especially in America, it just changes over the years, and if you look at who was famous or popular, like those people, like Kylie Jenner, she got lips, and then everybody like lip injections were something that were like, oh my god, I can't believe you did that. And now it's like, oh yeah, I can just go down to the local clinic and get my lips done, no big deal.
Yeah.
And they're not thousands of dollars like they used to be. They used to be $1,200. Now they're $300 because more people are able to get them. So I just think it's whose picture is popular. Yeah, I think across the board.
That's true. I think in like Marilyn Monroe times when she was like the it person to be, I think it was curvy that was it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Because she's curvy.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things too that I think people say a lot, like that back when it was Marilyn Monroe times, like what was considered beautiful would be considered like fat today. It was one of the posts that I saw, I think, like people were like trying to encourage body positivity. They were saying that, you know, if like Marilyn Monroe is obviously like beautiful and was like this it girl, and like now in the standards that society has today, she would be fat. It's like,
how big was she?
I honestly don't know. I just seen those posts.
She wasn't fat. She was
curvy.
Above average.
She was meaty.
No, I definitely
She was
didn't.
what?
Yeah,
Meaty.
yeah.
She was meaty.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't think she was
she
fat,
did.
but I
Flat
remember
stomach.
people were saying that. Yeah,
She
she
what?
did have a flat
She had
stomach.
like she had a flat stomach, but she was like thick.
Yeah.
She had a flat stomach if she was laying down. But like,
Yeah.
she's not, like you could grab her stomach, like you could still.
Yeah.
You know what I think about, which might be mean?
About
Like,
Marilyn
you know, when you,
Monroe?
no, it's not about Marilyn Monroe. When I go to the mall and you walk past like Lane Bryant and stuff, and they have mannequins and they're bigger mannequins, but they still don't have stomachs. And I'm like, well, the clothes don't look like that, though. The mannequin is wrong.
You mean the people don't look like that? You said the clothes don't look like that. What did you mean?
I
On
think
the
she means on the
people.
Oh, I see. I see what you mean.
It's just like, your mannequin is inaccurate.
That's true. They should be more.
Downtown LA has some fat ass fucking
Mannequins?
Yes.
Not ever have I seen a meaty
Diane
mannequin.
knows exactly what I'm talking about.
She
She knows
should just be
exactly
in
what
here
I'm
with
talking
us.
about.
A meaty mannequin?
But I feel
no,
like that's
no,
accurate.
no, they're tiny Fashion Nova waists with really big butts and skinny legs. Mannequins.
But that is not real.
Well,
They need some stomach.
you have people that are paying for it now to look like that.
True.
So.
That's
Oh, that's
Now
true.
it's
Now
real.
it's real because you can get surgery to look that way, I guess, huh?
Mhm.
Another thing about societal pressure to feel, or pressures to feel like you want to look a certain standard of beauty, right? Like, I mean, think about how much plastic surgery is being done now for that because of the fact that it is available,
Right.
you know? Just, I'm sure it's higher than ever customer wise. Like, they have more customers than ever that are wanting plastic surgery because
Supply
of all
and
the
demand.
different things that they can do for
And
you
it's
now.
cheaper. It's getting cheaper.
Yeah. Well, why don't we wrap this up with like what was your favorite like trend or look?
Diane and I were just talking about this shit today.
Really?
Were we not just talking about the shit that we would wear and stuff in high school that we felt so cool?
What's your favorite?
I wore Fat Farms. That's fucking embarrassing.
What's that?
What's Fat Farm?
I had
Wow.
Their shoes.
Is it like
Their
baby fat?
shoes. No.
no.
Who were they by?
Fat with a
G-Unit?
PH?
I'm sure.
Yeah, they were PHAT, Fat Farms. And they were like, it was wings, but there was something in the middle of the
The
wings.
P.
It was a P with wings, yeah.
Wow.
It was
Google-
sneakers?
Google it. Yeah, I was really into like shoes, like so Air Forces and oh my god, and the worst one that I did one day and I'll never do again, I never did again, but stuffing your Converse with the sock.
What?
Oh, yes.
I remember.
did that.
Oh wait, I
Nope.
remember that. I didn't do
Nope.
that, but I also never really.
I did it one time and I
More
took
Converses.
I took them out of my shoes like in PE because I was like, this is disgusting. Like I can't.
Why is it just
Why did it
It
smell
was
or
just
something?
ugly. It was
Oh.
just ugly.
Oh.
Like I didn't like it.
Yeah,
Anyway, I think
Well-
that was like my thing.
that was your favorite.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid, I don't know. As an adult,
And also, what about one that is your least favorite? We should do a favorite and your least favorite. Look
Least
and try-
favorite now?
my
Or, like, I
least
mean, just
favorite
throughout
was
time.
tying the pants with the rubber bands at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a really big thing.
Yeah.
For
I
a
forgot
while.
about that.
Okay. What about you? What was your favorite? Like
My
look, like that got popular. And what was your least favorite?
my favorite look is always going to be bell bottoms.
Oh, I
Really?
still love bell
I'm bringing
bottoms.
them back.
I think they've been back.
I love them.
I never got super
Yeah,
into
I
them.
love
love
bell
them.
bottoms.
Situation.
My least favorite
Mhm.
is like the dark black eyeliner smoky eye.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the dark black like.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
Liner,
like
lip
blonde on
liner.
top, hair underneath.
Oh,
Oh,
wow, we
no.
all thought different things.
Sorry.
No, the black, just all black smoky eyes.
I know what you're talking about.
All black.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I do. I definitely
You
do.
do.
It wasn't me.
I hate it.
What?
I hated it.
Is it just because it makes you look like a raccoon? Or?
Yeah, raccoony.
Is that like, but was that big like when Avril Lavigne like?
Mm,
'Cause, right? Like, isn't that she wore that, right?
Was it? It was. The
Or
belts,
the
belts,
the
the
big
seat
like
belts.
the raccoon thing.
Seatbelts.
The seatbelt belts.
I had so many. I still have a seatbelt belt.
Oh,
I
my
lost
mom
mine.
actually just legit pulled because my mom has a bunch of stuff that she uses for like she stores on Christmas gifts or whatever, and she pulled out like the seatbelt belt thing, and she was
I like that. I would
she's
still
like,
do that.
I forgot about this. Do you think somebody would want this as a gift? And I was like, Mom, I don't think so because that happened a long time ago.
I would do it. I would wear it.
I
You would
still
wear it?
have mine.
Okay.
I lost mine, but
Well,
I would
maybe
do
I'll
it.
tell my mom to give it to you. I would say my favorite is definitely like crop tops. That's like, I mean, I think like just, and then I think I really love the like high waist situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Older
that's two.
people do not like that situation because it was of their
Crop
time.
tops are
Why?
High waist.
But why would they not like it if it's of their time? You would think that they would be like,
Same thing how right we feel with what the hell we wore
Oh,
back
that's
in
true.
certain points when it was cool and it's not cool anymore.
that's true.
But
What-
it's cool again.
Yeah, I like it. I actually
Yeah,
really like it.
maybe
I think
you
it's
have
more
to-
flattering because, you know,
For
like,
some people,
that's true. I think it's more flattering for me because I have no ass. So when it was like the low rise trend, like there's nothing to see
I never
because
liked
it's
the
so
low rise.
yeah. It's
I did.
I kind of liked it.
I've always worn my pants
But-
fucking
I
high.
don't
Like,
low rise.
It's
I-
just
I
I
have hip dips, so it makes me look like I have.
oh
like, a
muffin top.
oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, that is a big thing that did happen with the
Muffin
low
top.
rise muffin topping.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I remember that.
With
No one
those
no one
studded
really says
belts.
that anymore. Yeah. But the thing that I absolutely hated was all the Ed Hardy stuff.
Vanessa's
The
dad.
worst.
Oh my
My
god,
dad.
what the
My
hell?
dad, I
What's
think-
up with
I
that?
think,
I never
I think was that what does he wear Ed Hardy?
Ed
He was,
Hardy,
like,
what
Ed
oh my
Hardy,
god,
like,
those
Von
patterns.
Judge, like,
He
just
like
Oh, the
just
Von
like
Dutch
the
hats.
colorful,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
That would be my dad.
Oh my
For
god,
sure.
that I hated.
My
I
dad, too.
hated. And also, you know what? It was I mean, obviously like I'm going a little bit, you know, like words more than one, but do you guys remember those butterfly clips that like the wings flap? I actually kind of thought those were cute.
I had so many.
The small ones.
The ones where the wings flap on your
There
head,
was, like,
like they
so-
would,
no, I
you know, they
never-
had like springs
I
on them,
never,
so
Slinky.
fucking
so they
never.
go. Do you know what I'm
Never.
talking about? Yeah.
No, but I do remember that freaking lip gloss that you got at the swap meet that would like drip on everyone's like lips. It was like you
Ew.
don't know what I'm talking about?
No, is it the roly one?
Yeah, it's a rolly one and you just keep applying it and that shit would just drip.
Oh
It
shit.
was bad, yeah. I
Do you
didn't like
guys
it.
remember the one where it's like the colored sunglasses and it had the rhinestone shape, the rhinestone shaped sticker on the lens?
Oh yes, I do.
I was gonna say
No.
no.
In the
remember?
corner.
In the corner, it's like a heart or a star,
Yeah.
and it's a rhinestone shaped sticker.
Oh yeah.
Back in Britney Spears days.
Yeah, I
That's
do.
true.
There were some bad ones. There were some
Yeah.
pretty bad ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the low rise now, but it was huge back then.
I didn't mind it as much. It's just like for me, I didn't have an ass, so.
yeah, I
And
didn't care.
the other thing too is like it was just kind of annoying. I feel like I was always like pulling my pants up from the back, you know.
plumber butt.
Yeah, plumber butt was
Always.
definitely a thing, and everybody would see my underwear. That's definitely a big thing.
Oh,
that
I
would-
didn't care back then. That was a trend. Your
that
thong,
used to
your
be on
thong
purpose.
showing.
Oh, I never wanted it on purpose
Oh, I didn't care.
because I felt like a little bit breezy back there.
It was great.
It was,
Jennifer Lopez tried to bring it back recently.
did she?
She wore these like, well, it was on purpose because the underwear and the pants matched. They were the same print. Nobody liked it. They told her to never do that again.
Oh no.
She tried her
No,
best.
you just bent over and people would see your thong, and that's when you would steal them from rave.
Did you
didn't
guys-
have money back?
Absolutely steal all the underwear from Rave.
The scratch
That's
and-
why.
The scratch and sniff.
Well, not that.
Oh, scratch and sniff.
Yeah.
Do they still do that?
No.
Oh, did you guys watch Degrassi?
I always did.
Okay, so do you remember that episode where Manny
Had her
got
thong.
hot
Yeah.
and she definitely had the low rise thing going on with her thong hanging out? Because do you remember that episode where she wanted to switch from being cute Manny to be like hot Manny?
Yeah.
You don't remember this episode? Vanessa does.
I watched all the Degrassi.
Yeah, and then so she had a crop top on and she had the low rise jeans and she had her thong out. I remember that.
I remember.
That was like the epitome of that time too. That look.
That's when people started cutting themselves also.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Degrassi,
yeah.
that was super because of Degrassi.
Yeah.
That episode aired and like within a week every girl at my school was cutting themselves with a safety pin.
Yikes.
So they were tiny
Just
tiny cuts. Yeah, I remember.
Aw.
That's an unfortunate trend. Like that's definitely that's one of those things where it goes to the extreme of like feeling a lot of pressure to like, you know, feel cool or look cool or be a certain way, you know, just to like fit in. But anyway, what about you guys? What was your favorite trend, or you know, like your favorite like look of the time, or do you like the one that I guess the Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian look that's happening now? Let us know. Bye guys.
Bye.